Oh boy, how are you folks? Welcome back to another episode of the Josh Potter Show. It is Wednesday. Good to see you. If you're watching it on Wednesday, if you're watching it at another time, it's good to see you on that day as well. I just want you to go over to thejoshpotter.com. I want you to come see me live. I've got a few things on tap. Coming up next week, May 14th, I'm going to be at the old Brea Improv. May 15th, Oxnard Levity Live, 2 here in Southern California. On the 16th of May, Salt Lake City, Utah. Come on out Friday night, 1 show. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be opening up for someone. It's going to be a fun time. Come on out. I'm going down there. It's going to be a good ass time. Come hang out. Salt Lake City. Tickets are on sale. TheJoshPotter.com. And something that just went on sale. I'll be headlining Side Splitters in Tampa Bay, Florida on the 29th of May. Do buy tickets to that, please. Just went on sale. Beyond that, we have a date in Chicago, July 13th. Appleton, Wisconsin, August 15th and 16th. So go get all those tickets. Did I say Appleton? I meant to say Janesville, Wisconsin. Got my Wisconsin towns mixed up. Either way, all of Wisconsin, come on out to Janesville. August 15th and 16th. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can go get tickets. Of course, JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can send in all your Roach reportings. You can send in music the way Killer Cope did. Killer Cope sends in ones I feel like I'm in Euphoria or something sometimes when I'm playing these tracks here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a banger too.
Hell yeah. So JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can send in your things, friends. Oh boy, oh boy. Also, Behind the Jeans comes out every Wednesday, airs live on YouTube, where you watch this program every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'd love for you to check that out if you're a fan of the Jeansverse. I'm going to Tom's Bad Thoughts premiere tomorrow. I've never been to, have I been to a premiere? Not like a real one, I don't think. I've been to like Whitney's premieres of her like OnlyFans roasts. I mean, those are premiere. I mean, she does them up. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the one time they were at her house though. This is at like a thing. But even at Whitney's house, it was like Natasha Bedingfield was like playing Unwritten with the guy from Imagine Dragons. I mean, it was crazy. But this is like my first. I had to go to the dry cleaner. I'm gonna fit into a suit that I bought 2 years ago. I tried it on, and I was scared. I like literally procrastinated the try on, because I was scared about, God, I'm going to be so much fatter than I was 2 years ago. Turns out I'm not that much fatter. I think I just look fatter in the mirror or something. I don't know. But, or maybe the gym has just come back a little bit. The minute times I've been going to the gym as of late have helped counter things. So we'll find out. Maybe you'll see a Getty image of me down the road. Wouldn't that be fun? Getty images, like, I want to get my name. Do I have a Getty image? Can you see? I don't think I do.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Getty Images is like this thing where, you always see them like on photos of famous people. It's got the big watermark, Getty. What does it say?
Yeah, you got a few with Getty on you.
I do?
Yeah.
Not the big ones, though. Oh, look, they're all like Michael Schwartz photos, too. Michael Schwartz, a photographer at the Ice House. Ugh. Yuck. That is from 2009, I want to say. Or 2019, excuse me, not 2009. That would be crazy if that was from 2009. No, 2019, that was, I don't even remember where. I want to say that was at the Ice House. Obviously, the others are at the Ice House. I still have that shirt. I still have all those clothes. Oh, you know what? I know where it was because I just saw the photo underneath it, the group photo. That was from 2017 when I opened for Tom at the Wiltern, that one where I'm bald. That's when I decided I'm just wearing hats.
This one here?
Yeah, that was the night at the Wiltern. I lived in LA for 2 weeks, got to perform at the Wiltern, and then the next day I was at an open mic in a strip mall, and I've never been more depressed than when I went to bed after that night. Sincerely, I performed at the Wiltern. I lived here for 2 weeks, and I go, it might never be that good again. You know what I mean? I'm going back to my apartment. This is when I lived with 2 other people. I mean, it was like, man, what if I never do anything like that ever again? It was scary. Anyhow, we have a great show, folks. So many Roach reportings, wonderful things. Oh, that's at the Ice House. Yeah, these are all Michael Schwartz photos. I feel like he sends his things. I don't know how that photography business works.
I think they just copyright photos.
I see. So maybe I'll have one tomorrow. Maybe he'll be there. Maybe another person from the old Getty the Getty images. What's it? Does it have to do with that institute?
Maybe.
This is how dumb I am.
I don't know either.
The Getty Institute is like something here in Los Angeles. The only thing I know about it is that it's like really rich and shit, and that it didn't burn down in the Palisades fires. It was like the one thing, 'cause it's made out of rocks or something. It's not made out of plastic and wood, but who gives a shit? We have so much to get to that I don't even care. Let's talk about something I do know something about, and that, my friend, is sports. Oh boy, and as of minutes ago, this news just broke, and we've been talking at length about him in weeks past and all his accusations and whatnot. Justin Tucker released from the Baltimore Ravens. And the writing was on the wall. If you follow the draft, the Baltimore Ravens drafted a kicker. So everyone was like, oh, this is because Justin Tucker's been splooging on massage tables. This is because Justin Tucker's getting a little handsy with the massage people. And I don't know why, but the Baltimore Ravens have been adamant that their decision is based off of football reasons, that it was a pure football decision. Why do they want people to think that? It doesn't sound, oh, this man has multiple sexual assault accusations, and you're getting out in front of it going like, we just want to say purely a football decision. Oh, so you didn't take into account the accusations of sexual assault? Even the statement that they put out today, the tone of it is weird. It's almost like he's just one of the old players that, you know, he's had a lot of great moments for the team, but just, you know, he doesn't have it anymore, and we love him to this day. It says, listen to the tone of this. This is a man, you've heard it on the program, hopefully. If not, go back and check it out, because we had some fun with the Justin Tucker situation. But Justin Tucker accused of sexually harassing and assaulting massage therapists. Multiple have come out to speak with him, maybe even a dozen. Very Deshaun Watson-esque. And nothing has been either confirmed nor denied by a court of law quite yet. It's in the process of that. But with that hanging over his head, many speculated that the Ravens would cut Justin Tucker because of the hullabaloo and because of the fact that it's not like he is a star quarterback or something. Not that that should at all. I mean, it happened with Deshaun Watson. He was a star quarterback. People were like, we'll just give him a record-breaking contract and kind of brush it under the rug once it's all settled. Not with a kicker, and not with one that has waning talents. But the Baltimore Ravens decided to release him today and said this: sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. I mean, it doesn't seem that difficult to me with all the assault charges. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker. Justin created many significant and unforgettable moments in Ravens history. His reliability, focus, drive, resilience, and extraordinary talent made him one of the league's best kickers for over a decade. We are grateful for Justin's many contributions while playing for the Ravens. We sincerely wish him and his family the very best in the next chapter of their lives, which is going to be heavy litigation in a court. I imagine it's what's going to be next for him. It's crazy that they said this with such reverence. I mean, I get it. The man, again, he, like they said in the statement, like the executive vice president and general manager Eric DaCosta mentioned, many defining moments in the Ravens' history to get them to win playoff games, to get them to the Super Bowl, clutch kicks that meant a lot to the franchise, and memories that people will remember, obviously. But still, just a weird tone for the statement. But I just thought that dropped minutes ago, so I wanted to share that with you. Let's get into some fun things, because baseball's going on, and boy, oh boy, there's one thing that pulls me out of a deep depression. It's turning on baseball and just kind of losing myself in the game, about the players. I feel like I never really gave a shit about baseball as a little kid, and it makes me feel like a child. You know, like I don't have to worry, oh, taxes? Who cares? Oh, you know, the ills of the world. So what? There's a ball game on. I don't know. It just, it cheers me up. And lately, I feel like there's this new breed of swagger in baseball. You got Fernando Tatis Jr., bat flipping to the high heavens, swagging out, wearing jewelry and flashing stuff around. Some people would hate that. I think it's fun. And some of the celebrations in baseball have been getting nuts. In college, I feel like they should just draft some of these guys based off of how fucking awesome their celebrations are. Because this guy out of Michigan, or I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm reading the caption. What does it say at the bottom there? He plays for USC, I believe, right? Or is Michigan in there? At the bottom there, what does it say? Michigan 4-0. Yes, it is Michigan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Detroit Sports Daily is the...
Yeah. Look at this celebration. This guy just stole a base, and I thought this was perfect. Can't believe I haven't seen this before. He does a little line of he does the bass line. You don't have to play the music.
Sorry.
He's just doing a line. He's doing the bass line. The bass line there. He's doing a line. I think that's sick. He went on to apologize and all this other stuff. That's badass. I want more of that. I think if you're stealing a bass and it's like the ball's way out there and you have plenty of time, you should just go down the whole bass line and snort it as you steal it. That'd be sick. Just the whole bass line. That'd be awesome. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Home Chef. Oh my goodness. These days it can feel like there's no price difference between eating out and staying in. I mean, I can't even tell you what's going on at the grocery store anymore. I look at the things and I'm like, oh my God, what did I just buy? Filet mignons? And I bought like 2 eggs and a fucking artichoke or something like that. The only options that seem affordable nowadays, by the way, are unhealthy too. Have you noticed that? But with Home Chef, you can save money and eat healthier with their fresh, delicious meal kits delivered straight to your door. Users of the leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and my favorite thing, recipe ease. I don't want to think about the recipe one bit. Home Chef takes care of all of that. And for a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life. And of course, free shipping on your first box. So go to homechef.com/Potter. That's homechef.com/Potter. And you're going to get 18 free meals and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Potter. Must be an active subscriber to receive the free dessert. Tommy Pham is a baseball player I love very much. We talked about him on this show when he punched another player over fantasy football. He's also gotten into it with people in the crowd. And in this instance, as he plays for the Pirates, he gets into it with the crowd. I would like to have the sound on this one.
Yeah, we got it.
Awesome.
Move from the area here.
You don't want to see that contact made with a player. Never.
A person in the crowd touched Tommy Pham, and Tommy Pham did not like it. You do not want to touch Tommy Pham. And so he does this to him. He does the jerk-off motion. Go back. Let's see it again. Does a little...
Where that fan ripped the ball on Mike Trout's glove, and the fan, well, there.
Wait, let him talk, because of course you have to acknowledge it.
Tommy Pham, he says hello to the crowd.
There's Tommy Pham saying hello to the crowd. Why did he have to say that? He didn't have to bring it up at all. I mean, he's doing a little jerk-off motion. We've seen people do that 1,000 times. A kid at home doesn't know what the hell that is, and he doesn't have to bring it up, but, it's not like he was like, he didn't do like an extra jizz motion at the end or was like, ugh, you know what I mean? He wasn't making any faces. It was very quick and easy, and they did not have to bring it up. I mean, if they're going to bring it up, I would like them to do it very, obviously. You know what I mean? And there's Tommy Pham saying to that guy in the crowd, he's going to jizz all over his face. Get really graphic with it if you're going to do it. Tommy Pham, they're not happy about the guy in the crowd. I don't know why he's going to come on him, but, I mean, it didn't really make any sense, right? To do the jerk-off motion? I don't know. It was fun, though. Let's play this one. West Virginia Mountaineers are going to be doing a little bit. They're just getting together and talking strategy here. Let's see.
Series sweep for the Mountaineers, the longest win streak in the Big 12.
All right, let's go get them, guys.
To 23 and 20. Series sweep for the Mountaineers, the longest win streak in the Big 12.
They're talking about
UCF
jerking a big old dick.
23 and 20. Series sweep
That's
for
great.
the Mountaineers, the longest.
Oh boy, yeah, I love the guy now he did a cum face. the guy in the middle there. College baseball players. I don't know if it's because it's just getting televised more these days than it has in years past, and I've been watching it more. I don't know, maybe they've been doing this all along in college, but boy, oh boy, the celebrations have been absolutely fantastic. We have another one, don't we? Or no, that's the last one. The next one we have.
This one is crazy.
The next one we have is not really a celebration, although he could have been celebrating. We don't exactly know the motive behind what happened here. And we can talk about it and have a couple of LOLs because the gentleman is awake as of today. So he's, we don't know to what extent he's awake. I don't know if we have a Terry Schiavo situation here. His eyes are open, though, and he's alive. So we can have a couple LOLs. So take a look into the outfield there. Here they are at the Clemente wall. The Roberto Clemente wall. I believe it is 21 feet in the air. Take a look at the upper deck there as we play this video. A guy up there, there's a circle. Oh, boy. Tumbling down off of the... Now, I can't begin to... Okay, we don't have to keep watching it. Oh, there, he's in a stretcher and all that. There you go. I wonder how long it took for people to be like, that guy fell down there for the grounds crew. I mean, I guess that there was like players. They were transitioning, it looked like, between innings. They get him up there in the old... not really an ambulance there. They've got the tractor that pours out the sod usually. Or the collects the sprinkler hoses. But there he goes down onto the thing. He's alive, folks. He's awake. But what the hell was he doing? Now, it could have been an instance where you have a drunk man who's a little too excited, runs down. Maybe he's like going to run down and attempt to get like one of the outfielders, throw him a ball, maybe cheer something. But if you look, he's also shirtless. Yeah. So, I mean, and it is still at this time, late April, early May. I guess this was just a couple days ago, so it would have been May 1st, maybe,
It was April 30th.
April 30th. Look at that. So, it's still a little chilly in Pittsburgh is all I'm saying. It's not like tarps off weather. I'm wondering, was this guy attempting to perchance streak?
I think so.
What was his intentions? We don't know because he hasn't given any interviews. He just woke up. Will he be able to? Yet to be seen. But was he streaking at some point? I that's what I'm curious about. Was there some nefarious angle to his storming the field there? After all, it's not exactly the end of the game either. This is like in the 4th inning or some bullshit. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Huel. 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 It's right here. Oh my goodness, folks. Sometimes you just don't have enough time for a complete balanced meal. So you're eating garbage or you're making something that's half-assed and it's not really going to sustain you or satisfy you. That's where Huel comes in, my friend. Lately, I've been having their Black Edition ready to drink meal in a bottle. That's right. It's all right here, friend. You got 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and it's low in sugar. And it's right here, baby. It's on the go. It's glug, glug, glug. We got one here for display. I'm going to have to take this one home at some point because I'm running low because I've been meal in a bottle the whole way through, thanks to Huel. It's not only, again, perfectly balanced and ready to drink right away, it's also incredibly affordable, my friends. Huel is the global complete nutritional brand with over 500 million meals sold. And for new customers shopping at Huel.com, you're going to be able to try it for 15% off plus a free gift using my exclusive code Potter at Huel.com. Once again, that's 15% off plus you get the free gift for new customers using my exclusive code Potter at Huel.com. Please see the description for terms and conditions. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Can you pull up, there was an incident. I've done this twice to Lee, once off the air and now on the air. There was an incident in Buffalo where a gentleman who was drunk was trying to just be a guy partaking in horseplay. And he was in the upper deck of Highmark Stadium, what was then probably Ralph Wilson Stadium. And he did the old, you don't see kids doing this anymore. And I don't know who started this, but it's a cool guy move. I don't know if it's like a Ferris Bueller thing, a Zach Morris thing. I don't know what it is. But he tried to do the old sit on the railing and slide down. Who started that? Was it the Fonz? Like, who did that first? It's definitely like an old school cool guy move. You know, leather jacket. Like, I don't take the stairs. I just go and slide down it, you know? God, I wish I can remember, or I wish I could, like, think back to who started that. A real Fonz move, though, you know? Hey. So this guy tries to do a little Fonz move there. Check out what happens to him.
Yeah, this is it.
Yep. He goes far. And he's very awake, by the way. He like walked away almost from that, I want to say. Like he was like conscious still. He landed on a lady that, you know, she was out for a couple days, but she, you know, I think she got a fine settlement. Yep. Up. Hey, what's up, dude? I'm going to, woo. Yo, I'm cool, man. I'm a cool guy. I'm kind of slide down. He goes far. That's high. That's high up there. The guy's like, holy shit. Everyone's like, oh my God. And he landed on some poor lady, which that sucks. It sucks to be the lady that lands on. You're just sitting there and a guy falls on you. You don't expect that. Again, I think she's okay now and she has a hearty settlement that came her way. So I would hope that she, if something like that happened to me and I got a major settlement, like if something bad happened to me, and sure it was bad, and I got a major settlement that was life-changing the other way, I would look back on it, not fondly, but I would still say, hey, look where we are because of that. You know? It's a lesson in gratitude.
How major is major?
I'm talking like millions of dollars, like life-changing. 10 million even. You know, if I'm not like permanently altered in terms of my body, do you know what I mean? If I'm not paralyzed now because of this, if I haven't lost a limb, even I would say aches and pains. That's all right. I would still, like if I had like, my neck's a little sore when it rains or something, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I'd still be like, I got, you know, $10 million though. How sick is that? Look at he looks like he has a cape on or something. It's like bad Batman. But yeah, that was an interesting moment in Buffalo Bills lore. You know, that was the first time. Believe it or not, we all get fucked up, and that was the first time that happened. Boy, oh boy. And you always think, like, I know, I remember I used to go with my father to the old Memorial Auditorium, and the upper deck seats were called the orange section because there was orange seats, and then every section, every ring had its own color. There was the orange, there was the blues, the reds, and then the golds. And when you sit up in the orange, my dad would be like, oh, we're up in the nosebleeds. And I never got that. I must have asked him why, but like evidently nosebleeds are associated with altitude. Is that true? Oh. I don't know why. Why do they call them the nosebleeds then? It's because when you go so high up, your nose starts bleeding. Like you're, what, in space or something? I don't understand the point of the, I mean, I've never seen anybody like, no, I don't know if they still call it that kind of shit. I'm up in the nosebleed section.
I know them as nosebleeds.
Yeah, that's like an East Coast thing, I want to say.
Maybe.
What does it say there? What's the AI telling us?
Yeah.
Because of the tendency for people at high altitude to experience nosebleeds due to lower air pressure. Huh. Look at that. And now it's associated with the poor people seats at the end of the day. But the Memorial Auditorium in Buffalo where the Sabres played, it was so steep that you'd go up there and you kind of like get nervous when you're walking down the stairs. You're like holding on as if you're like walking down like a rock mountain or cliff or something like that. It was scary. But now I feel like they're making stadiums a little more, you know, flat in those sections. This stadium was built in the 60s, so... and again, he wasn't exactly just walking down the stairs there. He was like, look at me, I'm a cool guy. I'm going to slide down the old railing like I'm in a fucking Whitesnake music video or something. Boy, oh boy. You hear John Elway killed a guy? Allegedly. Crazy. This story came to me from Ralph Fabiani. He's a first-time Roach reporter here. Oh, boy.
I don't care about that. Not a fig.
Penis, big fucking erect penis, Mom!
Oh, boy. So this gentleman, Jeff Spurbeck, he's a longtime friend and business partner, former agent of John Elway. He died Wednesday from injuries suffered when he fell off a golf cart, reportedly being driven by none other than Hall of Fame quarterback and current president of the Denver Broncos, John Elway. The Riverside County, California coroner confirmed Spurbeck's death in a news release from the sheriff's office. He was injured Saturday night at La Quinta, California. I thought at first that he was going to say that they were playing golf at like a La Quinta Inn. I was like, God, John Elway and this Jeff Spurbeck guy, I bet they could afford a little better than the La Quinta Inn. But evidently there's a La Quinta, California. And he was declared dead early Wednesday at Palm Springs Hospital. I'm absolutely devastated and heartbroken by the passing of my close friend, business partner, and agent, Jeff Spurbeck, Elway said in a statement. There are no words to truly express the profound sadness I feel with the sudden loss of someone who has meant so much to me. This sounds like a statement that would come out of John Elway's mouth no matter how this guy died. If he died of a heart attack 2,000 miles away from him. John Elway was driving the cart. This doesn't sound like somebody who caused the deaths type of statement. My heart and deepest sympathies go out to Jeff's wife. Sorry I killed your husband. He's got 3 kids. Everyone who knew and loved Jeff will deeply miss him for his loyalty, wisdom, friendship, and love that he brought into my life. So many others. According to TMZ, though, Elway was driving the golf cart when Spurbeck fell off and hit his head on the asphalt. You think John Elway was doing some LOLs? He's like, doing one of those. Everyone does that. She's trying to do Jackass or whatever, Oh, look out, there's a pothole. Gopher, he's just trying to make him spill his drink or something. Turns out the guy falls out and bashes his head on the ground and he's dead now. Bianco said an investigation into the incident likely will conclude next week. He told ESPN that he does not believe alcohol was a factor. I listened to the entire 911 call. It was actually Mr. Elway who called 911. He was not slurring his words. He was very articulate. I don't know. John Elway kind of talks like he's drunk all the time. He's like one of those guys that's got like a big jaw and he looks like a horse. So he's just like, I don't know. He just looks like he's always tying one on. I wouldn't put it past him if he had a couple of drinks. He's on the golf course, for Christ's sake. He was very concerned. The fire dispatcher had them doing medical aid while they were waiting on the EMS to respond. There was nothing on that conversation that indicated that there could be alcohol involved. Well, I mean, boy, oh boy, if we're just going to base things off conversation, I could get out of every DUI at that point. Holy shit. Let me try. If we're going to base it off conversation, I'll have 5 beers and I'll give you the fucking Gettysburg Address over here. We are grieving this unimaginable loss as a family alongside our dearest friends and Elways and the many other clients Jeff called friends in the statement, blah, blah, blah. Elway, they give his whole career here. I want to know if they talked about what happened. Obviously, there's an investigation, so we'll find out. We're going to I'm going to stay woke to this, John Elway. Everyone else might be like, oh, accidents happen. I know. You're kind of fucked up. I'm watching you, John Elway. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Rocket Money. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if you feel this way, but lately it just feels like the prices on everything is going up like crazy. So for dum-dums like me, it's more important than ever that I am a little safer and a little more strategic with my money, a little smarter, if you will. With Rocket Money, I can see all my subscriptions that I accidentally sign up for, being the idiot that I am, all in one place. I go, what the hell is this? I can't believe I signed up for this. Well, be gone. It's no longer draining my bank account for $2.99 a month or whatever it was. And not only do they show it all to me in one place, I can cancel the ones I'm not using with one little click. It's crazy. I can not only do that, I can track my spending and I can cut costs whenever I have to. Now I'm saving money, staying organized, and I don't feel like such a dummy with my expenses. Oh my goodness, I feel like a smart guy all of a sudden. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of 500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. So cancel those unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Potter today. That's rocketmoney.com/Potter, rocketmoney.com/Potter. But let's get to some more news. We have some more crazy falls. Things that, they're going to make that guy falling out of PNC Park look like a fucking bouncy house or something. I'm telling you, look at this. Jefferson Nally sent this one in. Of course, an award-winning Roach reporter, Jefferson Nally. An American tourist was in Rome when he impaled himself on a metal fence at the Colosseum while possibly trying to take a selfie. Anything for those clicks, I guess, huh? Am I not trying hard enough in these pictures? Should I risk life and limb? Is that what you people want out there? Look at this fence, by the way. We've got a picture of the fence. I feel like because it was at the Colosseum and perhaps there was a lot of people around, maybe he wasn't on there long enough for people to catch a video in a time where...
I tried.
No, exactly. And Lee was over here beating himself up. Don't you come for Lee if you find it. This podcast comes out 2 days after it's taped. They might not have him yet.
Yeah, I tried. I looked, man. I want to see this guy on this fence as much as you do.
He was so upset that he couldn't find it. I go, we probably couldn't show it anyway. But this is the fence here, and I don't know how a selfie would occur unless he was climbing it. The only fence I've climbed like that is I tried to sneak into the Buckeyes Stadium one time in Columbus, Ohio, and I tried to climb one of those fences, and then I stopped because guess what? The next gate over, it was completely open, and I just walked in. Didn't need to climb it at all. It's using my brain. I don't know what selfie you could want, though, that it would impale you. I wish we could have seen him at least attempt the selfie. But nevertheless, he impales himself on this metal fence while trying to take this selfie. It reminds me of when I was a child. There was a deer in our backyard, and there was a cemetery behind my house. This deer was in my backyard. I couldn't believe it, like a buck. I go, oh my God, he's in my backyard. He jumps over our little fence to get out of our backyard, and then he tries to jump to the cemetery into their fence, which has big things like this, pointy tops. And then he was on there like, I've never heard a deer make that noise in my life. It was insane. And then he just kind of like died, he was like, and it took like 2 hours for the fucking cops to come. And then for them to take it off, dude, this is a massive buck, they have to like lift it off with the prongs. You know what I'm saying? So there's like 2 Keystone like cops out there fucking like, and then they just call like a bulldozer, and that took a couple more hours. So this thing's just like, I thought he was going to be part of the decorations for a while.
This headline...
Happy Halloween.
This headline says horrifying scene.
Well, any impalement, a person to be impaled on something is always going to be horrifying because you don't die right away, or maybe not at all. Like, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, if this guy's dead. I think he's dead, right?
Yeah, it says he's died.
Yeah, he died. You don't get impaled, and I don't think you live. It's like a sword goes through you. You know what I'm saying? And you're on a spike. I mean, that is like what they describe as actual hell, right? I mean, it's like people's heads on spikes and shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He might be alive. Pierced his spine and needed 80 stitches.
All right, well, we'll find out.
I think he's alive.
Well, nevertheless, no matter the circumstance, you can't get impaled and it be like, I don't know, chill. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like, it doesn't really count if it just nicks you, I don't know. But this was, evidently he was screaming in pain as he was left helplessly dangling for more than 20 minutes. Yeah, because you got to get something in there that can lift him off, especially if it's that tall. God damn, what's going to happen? There's some guy that's like trying to be a hero. He climbs up there. He's like, oh, and he's just making it worse. He's actually just jostling your body up and down on this fucking thing, He's like, I'm trying, man. He's like, you're scraping it against my organs. I would be like, leave me be, man.
He pierced his spine.
Oh, God, yeah. Man, give me that fucking PNC Park fall 600 times over that shit. I'll tell you. The unidentified visitor of 47 you're too old to be taking selfies, dog. 47 years old. He's a U.S. man based in Taiwan. So he's a Taiwanese man, isn't he? I don't know. Anyway, he pierced his spine and needed 80 stitches after Friday afternoon's horror at the Piazza del Coliseo. It took paramedics more than 20 minutes to remove the man from the metal railing. He screamed till he lost consciousness and then hung lifelessly from the fence in a horrifying scene witnessed by crowds of tourists. The man is believed to have climbed the railing, which lines the arches of the Roman monument, in an attempt to get a better view and take a selfie. The man was rushed to nearby San Giovanni Hospital in code red conditions. He was provided oxygen, stitched up, and listed as serious but stable condition, so he is alive. The man was rushed to nearby San Giovanni Hospital in code red conditions, as I mentioned. Yes, it says that twice. Anyhow, this reminded me of something. When I was in 7th grade, my health class teacher introduced us, because in health class, for whatever reason, it was also like DARE, so we learned about drugs. I don't know, is that common? I feel like health class was about fucking, about like STDs, but this one had drugs in it too. Like, hey, this is what weed looks like, stay away. It was like DARE inside of health class. So our teacher, Mr. Monahan, his name was, I don't know if I should dox him, but he introduced PCP to us by telling us this story of a man in 1976 in Buffalo, New York, who smoked PCP, threw himself off of our city hall, and was impaled on a flagpole. Now, this is, I don't know if this is the reason, this is the reason, but I don't know if this incident was the specific reason why flagpoles now have round tops to them. They were pointy in this case. And I think we have a picture of that. I don't know. Is this going to make me lose my YouTube? This is a documentary.
It's blurred, and this is already on YouTube. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
There it is. Blurred up. He went far, because he jumped off a building. He went far down that thing. That's the point where you go like, how do you even get that guy off there? You got to just like, he's dead clearly. But here's the thing.
Here's his arm.
Here's the thing. This is why my health class teacher brought in the picture, showed it to us. He goes, the reason he used PCP as a reason for this, he goes, this man was like alive for hours like that because he was on PCP.
What?
He credited the PCP for like making this guy so fucked up that despite this, he was like alive for a long time on that pole. Like he didn't just like die. He was like on there like alive.
How does that make sense? Because of the PCP? Because of the adrenaline for the PCP?
Yeah. Like he didn't like pass out from the pain or anything like that. Because again, it's impaling him. He's kind of like intact a little. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a while to bleed out. I don't know. It was public school health class, folks. Unbelievable way to bring up PCP, though, I thought. And this Roman incident will always harken back to the images I saw that day in 7th grade. Let us move forward to a story. Now, we're going from some big tumbles to some stories about taking shits. I mean, there is so much shit going on in the news, and all the Roach reporters are on top of it. JoshPotterShow at gmail.com. This is the story, and I'm sure you've seen things about it. They're calling her the Delco Pooper, which I think is a missed opportunity. The Delco Pooper? How about the Delco Dumper? Let's get some fucking alliteration on these nicknames. Huh? This lady, evidently, in Pennsylvania, Delaware County, facing multiple charges after police say she admitted to defecating on the hood of another person's car during a road rage dispute. That is taking it to another level. Imagine having that on deck. I got diarrhea loaded just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a tough thing. Usually you get a middle finger, get one of these. And your worst fear is somebody's going to brandish a gun or something like that, or maybe like chase you and try to wreck you. Not anymore. Now it's this, folks. We got a video. Did she do it?
Yeah.
So she just did like, and that is some precision, folks.
And then it shows it again.
Watch how she does this. If you're just listening at home, this lady, oh my God, that's so much. She went out there and did that so fast. I would need a newspaper. I would need to like sit on that car for a second before I conjure such a thing. She literally ran out there and she didn't even sit on it. She just kind of like lifted it up and shot it like it was a fucking...
So she explains it.
And she's laughing. This lady's psycho.
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me. She chased you? I have a sickness.
I have a sickness. I heard somebody in the back. What'd you eat that day?
Yeah,
Who's that guy? Get him a Pulitzer. What station he worked for? I want to call him up. I have a sickness, she said. Oh, I mean, if you can just... But how close are you to shitting yourself all the time? If you can just... She literally ran out there, just kind of... It's almost like she flashed her ass. I didn't even notice she blasted a puddle of shit onto the car until they went back to it. And she's smiling and laughing. I mean, God damn, what a heinous lady. Boy, oh boy. Look at how fast she does it. Ka-dunk. She does it and then blasts it and goes. Also, it didn't like go down her leg. Like, how did she get it onto the car? She literally shot it out of her ass and onto the car. It wasn't like she was over the car and it fell onto the... Do you know what I'm saying? This was with some sort of propulsion behind it.
She's happy as a clam.
Well, I think she's insane. I mean, golly, this is what you can't be chasing people. Imagine that. Authorities say Solomato told officers it was a clean poop and didn't even require toilet paper. Oh, my Lord. Well, I mean, I think her standards for toilet paper requirements might be less than all of ours if she can blast shit. I mean, I've definitely had moments, but these are days where I wouldn't leave my house if I was shitting like this. Do you know what I'm saying? I would shut it down. I would be like, I can't do anything today. You should have experienced the shit I just had. It was day ruining. That is a day how does she leave her house knowing that might come out of her ass and have it at the ready like that? God, I mean, I know some people out there, you got to work for a living and all that. I would that's a call in sick day type of shit. If I wake up and it's just like piss out of my ass, we are not going anywhere. Police say the dispute escalated after the other driver called Solomato a derogatory name, prompting her to express her anger in a bizarre and illegal fashion. It's illegal to shit on stuff, huh? That's interesting.
I just can't get over that she comes out of the car already not wearing any pants.
Well, I thought she had like a skirt on or something, but I can't see very well. I thought she lifted up a skirt or something there.
It looks like just her underwear.
Huh. Well, she has that dress. So she just lifted her dress up, you see.
I think this is later in the day. I'm trying.
Go back and see. Let's watch again.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Zapruder film. Let's see. Back and to the left. That's how the the shit goes. It was the magic shit. How did it end up on the grill of the car and out of her ass without getting on her clothing? Okay. So let's see here. Can we... Hold on, we get a better look. This, by the way, the person who filmed this, could you put the phone in a worse spot?
Yeah, right.
Behind the mirror? What the hell are you doing? I know you weren't expecting that.
And you see her right here with just underwear on.
Huh. All right. So she took her pants off in the car. Well, she obviously has had this shit on deck for a minute. Like I said, you can't shit like that and not know it's there. This isn't her going like, maybe I can shit right now. Crazy. The bystander recorded the incident and posted the video on Instagram, where it quickly gained traction and added to the public outrage. Solomato faces charges including indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief. That would suck if you had to go around and be like, I'm a sex offender, and people are like, what'd you do? And you're like, I shat on a car. I mean, that's tough. That's a tough look. Police say she openly admitted to being behind the incident when they arrived. Well, yeah, it's on fucking tape. But guess what, folks? That's not the only shit incident that we have. And I don't know what's going on with the airlines these days. I don't know what's happened since COVID. People do not know what are people doing on these fucking airplanes? It's actually insane. And now with Newark Airport, get ready, folks. I'm going to actually stay woke to this. People are saying at Newark Airport, it is now no longer safe to go there because some guy's like, it's not safe. Like an anonymous, maybe air traffic controller or official was like, that's why there's all the delays. It's so congested, blah, blah, blah. Newark isn't safe. Don't fly into there. So I see all these comics and these people rerouting their flights that were going into Newark. I can't wait to get a fucking ticket to Newark now. It's going to be easy breezy. No one's going to go there. It's going to be so cheap to fly to Newark. They're going to be like, please fly to Newark. It's fine now. There's actually, the airspace is empty. No one's going there. So I'm going to stay woke to that in the next couple months. I'm going to be definitely taking layovers in Newark from now on. But this happened, the first one, I do believe, happened at Midway Airport. Police were called to meet a Southwest flight as it landed in Chicago after reports that a passenger on the flight took off her clothes and defecated on her seat. Now, I feel like this is a tale as old as time at this point. I've heard this story. I actually went back and looked at the date to make sure that I wasn't being sent by Jefferson Nally, perhaps an old story, which I don't mind from time to time. But I went back, I looked. Pretty recent, as a matter of fact. And I do believe there's a new story. Is there? Or is this just like...
Yeah, this has got to be.
Is it just going to be one of those an AI one where they're like they're replacing our monotone reporters with?
No, we got a reporter.
Okay, good. Don't stop taking their jobs. Although that's what's going to happen. Local news is just going to be a big AI fucking show soon.
Yeah, you're just going to have 3 interns typing every script.
Yeah.
Flight to Chicago took a wild turn, and not because of turbulence. So police met the plane at Midway.
Oh my God, this guy. Woo! Oh God. What a fucking hilarious. Not because of it's because the lady shit on the seat. All right, go back. Not because of the turbulence.
A Southwest flight to Chicago took a wild turn, and not because of turbulence. So police met the plane at Midway Airport in Chicago after reports that a passenger removed her clothes and defecated on her seat. Then the aircraft had to be taken out of service for cleaning. Southwest says they're reaching out to apologize to everyone on board and emphasize that safety is their top priority. This comes after a series of flight-related troubles for Airline. Most recently, a Southwest flight in Houston was evacuated due to an engine fire. What's your worst flight experience? Because this one's tough to beat.
I don't know. I died in a plane crash. I mean, that would be one. Probably. This one's tough to beat. What is this like mixture of news with like clickbait happening here? And the way this guy edited his thing, it sounded like he was doing a car commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's fine to take your breaths out of the piece, but now his speech is overlapping. So it's like, come on down to Mitsubishi 4, blah, blah, blah. And then it just like lays into the next thought, like it's trying to squeeze it all in. It's good for commercials, not for a news report, but he had to sneak it all in there and make it nice and tight and make his little LOLs. What happened? What's the worst thing that happened on your flight? Did someone shit on your flight? Tell us about it. Well, guess what? This is like becoming more and more common. I can't believe people are just shitting. Let alone in public, right? I mean, it's in public. They're shitting in a small tube in the air around other people. Who are these people? I mean, plane tickets are not that cheap. I mean, this is what happens when you're an animal and you fly on Southwest, though. I'll tell you that. It's fucking Southwest people, zoo people, if you ask me. Crazy. If your plane looks like that, you really want to get on it? I don't think so. And you're going to get you're like, well, I'm A4. Okay, cool. You sit down. And then the last lady, Z62 or whatever the hell her number is going to come sit in the middle seat and then shit on the fucking seat. That's what you get. But I can't blame just Southwest. Oh, wait, I think I can, because we have another plane pooper from Lucas Casillas. And now here I thought, when I saw this, I go, well, I just saw that story at Midway Airport, yada, yada, yada. No. Within days, another human being shits on a plane. This is crazy. She went excremental. That's what this reporter said on the beginning of the fucking article here. So they're all making LOLs. A female passenger They're both women? That's crazy. We've had 3 women shitters today. They're all chicks. Just blasting shit out there. A female passenger on a Southwest flight to Chicago allegedly stripped down naked and pooped down her seat as the plane landed. Is this the same one?
I think it's the same. Yeah, this is.
Oh, I thought it was a different one. The whole time I'm reading about it.
I thought it was this lady here, and I pulled up this video, but I don't think she's a pooper. She just got naked.
This is I think I maybe mixed them both up. Yes. Let's see that lady. Pull that up.
Yeah, this one is wild, but I don't think she
doesn't shit?
No.
Oh, she just got naked and gave us a show? Okay,
Yeah.
now we need more of these women.
A shocking scene on board a
naked.
Southwest flight when a woman stripped naked just as that plane was about to take off. This was on a flight heading from Houston to Phoenix last Monday. Reports say the woman had demanded to get off of the flight before disrobing, parading through the aisle, and screaming at the top of her lungs. That plane was forced to return to the gate.
Can you pause it?
Police say the woman...
Don't we have air marshals now that can just put these people down? I mean, what the fuck? I would just get them a dart gun so they could just be like, skadoosh, and this lady's like, ugh! And then she's just sleeping until we get to fucking Houston or whatever. I mean, come on. We got to deal with... And I don't understand the strategy of like, I want to get off the plane. I'm sorry, you can't. We're in the sky. And, there's 300 other people on here that we're not going to ruin their day because you want to get off the plane. But, I don't know. Getting naked? Oh, now we're going to land it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the fucking point of that? It's not like that did anything but get her more arrested and maybe get a couple other creeps on the plane. Oh, look at what's going on here. Oh, I love Southwest. They're like making LOLs in the back. Man, Southwest, they go the extra mile. I had to pay for my bag, but got a free nudie show. Oh, boy. Anyhow, folks, so many people just shitting. It's confusing me. People shitting all over the airport. Unbelievable stuff. Next up, though, and this could go along the lines with semen terrorism here. I forget where my semen I haven't had semen terrorism in so long, I forget where the button is.
The terror.
There it is.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Here's the thing. People have been sending this to me for the last couple of days, weeks even, and I don't know what to make of it. This is not semen terrorism necessarily. This is more like semen eugenics. I don't know. I need to know what's going on with this. I need this explained to me. They're doing semen races. It says in this article, I brought this one up because it was the latest one. It says too good to be true, and it was. I'm not sure what their meaning is. I have so many questions. Whose jizz is it?
Well, it came out to be fake. That's why
they're not doing it.
So it's all CGI.
See, that makes me disgusted.
That's what this article is.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was going to allude to that point, that they're fake at the end of the day. But here's the thing. We need to make this happen. It's CGI, but this has opened up the world to possibilities. So they did a CGI one and they had like the universities involved. Is it because it was?
I don't know why the universities were involved.
It was just kids from the university.
I see. I wanted it to be a surprise. I thought for sure this was going to explain it to me, and it does in a way that is like Santa's dead. Because I wanted this to be real. And I wanted to know like whose sperm was. I thought it was going to start to be a study on.
Sorry,
like, what
I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're not cutting me off.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually glad you got to the crux of it before I read this whole fucking thing.
Because I didn't want you to get into it, think it was real.
No, I appreciate you telling me sincerely. Well, now don't think my disappointment is directed at you. It's at the fact that it's not real. I am sad because I want to know. I think this could be interesting to find out what contributes to a fast sperm. Could I do something to my sperm to make them faster? Is there something about me genetically that makes my sperm fast? Is it a race thing? I want to know it all. I would do all these studies, find out who's got the fastest load. Is it load to load? The first load this person puts into a race, you got against another one, because it's basically like they were mocking it up like this load was versus this load, right? And they were coming in, and whichever one got to the center first wins.
Yeah.
Because you can't just do itemized sperm. You can't be like, I got the 6 sperm in the load. You know what I mean? It can't just be like horse racing where you blast a load and then your sperm are racing amongst each other. You You can't guess which one. It's got to be load versus load. Which one's going to get there faster? Of course, one of the sperm in each load is going to get there. So here I am deliberating it more than they did probably even in the CGI, in this farce. But here, I want to know it all. And people were I got so many inundated with so many emails about it, and I hope that I'm not ruining someone's day out there also. But, we have to tell the truth on this podcast above all else. Oh, my goodness. What a disappointment. But I want to get to some more news stories here. I passed a couple that I want to get back to. This one is something that I saw a TikTok on, and I also got it sent to me via my boy Mob Squad, who is always on my Twitch channel, and he's sending things in now. I love to see it. A Florida nurse was allegedly caught by her husband having sex with his 15-year-old son following weeks of reported seduction. And now she's lost her medical license. People act like the fact that she is a nurse is something that makes her like above all of this. Let me tell you this, folks, and I don't mind making this broad statement. Nurses are the biggest freaks in the history of the world. I don't like indiscriminately. Every chick who's a nurse is a freak. And I don't mean pedophile like this lady. I'm saying like they're fun. A lot of them are fun. The spectrum of freak ranges, obviously. On the bad end of the spectrum, you have this pedophile lady. On the good end of the spectrum, you have a girl who's going to drink you under the table and she's going to blow you to the high heavens. So people act like, oh, she's a nurse. Ooh. Nurses are the biggest party animals in the history of time. And I dare you to show me otherwise. I dare you. Go look back. You know any nurses? Exactly. Just saying. Alexis Von Yates, 35, had her single-state nursing license revoked last week as she awaits criminal trial for last July's alleged statutory rape of a minor who was visiting his father in Ocala, Florida for the summer. This is like a porno. Like straight up. Like it's almost hack how much this is like a porno. Nurses are placed in a position of trust. Oh my God. So they harp on the nurse thing again. Like I said, this isn't like a brain surgeon. These are nurses. These are women who like one day they're like, I've been doing cocaine and drinking all of college and I have no direction. Yes. I guess I go to nursing school now. And then they do that and it's hard and they have to learn things and it's a very hard job. Yeah. And we need people like that in that job. We need people who are like, they work hard and then they fucking play hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking anything away from how hard the job is. But it takes a certain personality to really pull it off. I think if you look into it, you'd agree. But they're harping on this. Therefore, it is imperative that they demonstrate good judgment and good moral character. Go to any bar and find the girl riding the bull at the end of the night. It's a nurse. Miss Yates' decision to engage in sexual activity with a minor, blah, blah, blah. So let's get to like the crux of this, because this is not only just a minor, this is her stepson. And there is an entire encounter on the night of July 26, 2024. Yates put her 2 children to bed and then hung out with her 15-year-old stepson on the living room couch. The pair reportedly hit a THC vape. Ooh, let's all hit ours. Try not to get a boner during this part. It's a 15-year-old, all right? Scumbags. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Anyhow, they played video games. This lady, she's trying to get the D. She's doing, you want to do the THC vape and play some video games? Then they watched movies while his lineman father was working late. So he's a lineman, like, not for a football team. Probably like a Glenn Campbell song, like, I am a lineman for the county, and my son's fucking my wife. You know, this is the song that Glenn Campbell sang, Tale as Old as Time. Anywho, they were around 1 a.m., and Yates flipped on the horror movie Terrifier 2. Annie Letterman's in that movie. I wonder if this kid was sexually assaulted during Annie's part. This further tempted the minor, evidently, declaring the movie was boring and stating how horny she was because she had not had sex in 2 weeks. That was definitely during Annie's part. No, I'm just kidding. This is boring. It's because Annie's on there. That'd be mean. I got to watch it, so I'll know the difference. Anyway, she had not had sex in 2 weeks and that she was on her period. Well, that's not selling anything there. Why did she mention that last part? The pair then cuddled closer, with the 15-year-old first kissing Yates on the neck, and the pair proceeded to make out. with Yates allegedly saying, "I wish you were 18 because you're not old enough." A little late to make that declaration, lady. You're already making out and diddling bits. Yates then knocked off her panties, and the parent... I wonder how long it took. She's like, "You're not old enough," as the panties are coming off. Yates then kicked off her panties, and the pair engaged in oral sex and intercourse without a condom. I like how they put that part in there. The unsuspecting father and husband came home from his blue-collar job. "I am a lineman for the county." And he discovered his wife and son on the couch completely naked. The 15-year-old ran out of the house, but allegedly heard Yates explain that the child victim looked like his father when he was younger. "It was like I was in Back to the Future. I was just doing a Back to the Future." The father then drove his son to his grandparents' house, telling the boy he ruined his life while drinking beer on the drive over. Oh, that's a Glenn Campbell song right there, dude. "You ruined my fucking life, you know that? Wife's fucking my family, you ruined my..." Oh, yeah, that's a tough dad-son convo to have. Golly. And it doesn't seem like this son was close with his dad since he was visiting. Boy, oh boy. Prior to the alleged sex assault, Yates allegedly engaged in several acts of seduction, overt flirtation toward the minor. "I bet everyone thought you were my little boy toy," Yates alleged to her stepson as the pair finished a workout at a gym she belonged to. So she's going to the gym and she's like, "I bet everyone thinks I'm fucking you." It's like, maybe. I don't think so. On another occasion, Yates allegedly made a show of making whipped cream and then putting some on her tongue and stuck it out at the minor. "Oh, you like that?" she said. And meanwhile, the dad's just drinking beer. He's like, "I gotta go strap myself to a telephone pole tomorrow." The 15-year-old also told cops that in the week leading up to the alleged sexual encounter, Yates would regularly speak to him about being horny. The day after the incident, Yates had the gall to call the boy, saying she wished they had kept having sex and that her husband had not discovered them. Boy, oh boy, that's... So the crime is done. You got caught. And she's like, "You know what? I wish that we never got caught and we kept doing it." Don't tell the cops about that part, though. You know, like, you're already fucking done. She also asked the 15-year-old to rate her performance, to which he replied 7 out of 10. Tough. What's he comparing it to? You should be offended. 7 out of 10? This lady's bad at sex. I mean, what would an adult give her? A 3? A concerned family member reported the incident to the police after the boy's father neglected to call the cops. So the boy's father, you know, he gets drunk on the ride over to the other people's house. Now he's just crying to his parents, you know, the grandparents of the boy. He's like, "My fucking son fucked my wife." And they're like, "Whoa, should we call the cops?" He's like, "No, I'm humiliated. Don't call the cops. The boys at work are going to never let me live it down." And so then they're like, we're going to call the cops probably. And now she's charged with a felony lewd or lascivious battery with a victim aged 12 to 16, and she's pleaded not guilty. Well, that's going to be tough. Pleading not guilty when after the fact you called him up and you're like, "I hope we can fuck more." Oh, boy. What a great story. Oh, boy. That's one of those ones where you go, if I get $10 million and I'm not paralyzed, seems like pretty good victim to be. When we're talking about victims, of course. Anyhow. Thank you for watching the show. I appreciate it very much. Do come see me live. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can get tickets. I am going to be in Brea Improv May 14th. I'll be at the Oxnard Levity Live May 15th. Salt Lake City, Utah, coming to there. I'm not sure the name of the venue off the top of my head, but it's May 16th. It's in Salt Lake City, Utah. There are tickets on my website, TheJoshPotter.com. It'll give you all the info. Then I'm going to be down the road in Chicago, July 13th. Also just announced, by the way, in May, Tampa Bay Side Splitters. Come on out, May 29th. Headlining that place. Come on out, please. Just got announced. Get the tickets, and we'll see you there. Chicago's July 13th, and Janesville, Wisconsin, August 15th and 16th. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can get tickets. Thank you to all the Roach reporters. Thank you to the first-timers we had tonight. Love you very much. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can send everything in. Thanks to Killer Cope for sending this musical number, by the way. Feel free to do that if you're making beats out there. That'd be very cool. Thank you to Lee. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to Bobby. And thank you to all of you for checking out the show once again. We'll be back next Wednesday here on the Josh Potter Show.
Coming to 11 direct with the Roach. We shotgun the beers, I got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real, son. He taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson.
Here's the deal, son. Won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter, keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism.
Now it's time we hit him. Bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, your words with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide.
Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the Roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side or looking like she just tripped into a moat.
I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many Bills hats got the mafia vibe.
A lot to describe like a Roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids if that's my mannequin right.
Been a fan of this guy since the Roach Motel. Couple hundred weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time.
Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.